Hi everyone, it's Coach Fred, and today I'm going to be talking about finding real solutions of an equation or of a polynomial equation by graphing or using the calculator. So if you're in my class, you're on page 12 of your notes. It's 2022, so you'd be in my Algebra 2 honors class. If you're just watching, here's a great couple of examples on how best to use either desmos or your calculator. So when we look at an equation, the first thing that we want to do is we want to try and use techniques to solve the equation. So in this case, I see it's a polynomial, so I'm going to get it set equal to 0. And then I'm going to try to solve by factoring. Okay, so let's try that. That would be doing it by hand, right? So if I do that and I do that, my options here are 4 and 1. They'd both be negative. Right, they both have to be negative, and that would give me a -8 and a -1, and this would be x squared. So then I can see that I can then use the zero product property and set these equal to 0. And so x equals plus or minus the square root of 1 over 2, which is 1 all over root 2, which is root 2 over 2. Okay. All right, and then this one, I would have x squared equals 4, and so x equals plus or minus 2. So I can certainly do that by hand. But this question, they're not all going to be this simple. So I want to be able to use my calculator. So if I were to look at this and it just says find all the real solutions, and it doesn't tell me how, one way is to use your calculator or Desmos. So I'm going to go to Desmos, and I would plot this in Desmos, and then I can see that I've got these x-intercepts. Here's my 2 and my -2, and there's my root 2 over 2 and negative root 2 over 2. Now I can also see that it has 4 x-intercepts. The degree of my polynomial is 4, so that means I've found everything, and they're all real. There's no complex solutions here. Now, a couple really neat things to, if your graph didn't look like this. If you're struggling to find the window on your graph on Desmos, just a really cool tip. If you make it a function, so y equals, you can copy it if you want. I like to have both of them. You don't have to. And then change the setting to a table. You'll see this on the left side of it. There's this plus sign, which is zoom fit. So it's a really quick way to zoom fit the graph so that the graph shows you what you need to see as part of the graph. Okay, so here we are. We did it by hand, totally fine, but then we used the calculator. This one's not as easy because, again, it's not factorable. There's no factors of 21 that are going to add to 16. So I'm really going to have to go and use my calculator to find, and again, it says real solutions, okay? It says real solutions. So let's see what we've got. So I'm going to put in x squared, what was it, minus 16 minus 21. Okay. Minus 16x minus 21. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so I can't see the graph, so I'm going to change it to a table so I can see it a little bit better, and I'm going to zoom fit. Oh, and I still can't see it. Oh, can I? So let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. So I can see that I have a 0 here and here. So my answer is -1.22 and 17.22. Okay, so that's just a nice, easy way to be able to do it on your calculator, on Desmos. On your calculator, remember, you're going to go to finding your zeros using the math feature on the top. Okay, all right, hopefully that was helpful. Have a great day.